Every woodworker has done it. You bought a can of walnut or mahogany stain and you thought you were going to make your inexpensive pine look like fancy hardwood. But the result was something like this. Lots of blotching and a project that was striped like a tiger. So what's the solution? Well, first you have to understand why this happens. Then I'll give you 4 ways to deal with it. These days, pine is more of a general term that can refer to any coniferous tree. Like all trees, conifers grow 1 layer per year, forming a series of rings. But while hardwood trees' rings are made up of bundles of straw-like wood fibers, a conifer's fibers are solid cylindrical structures called tracheids. In the early part of each year, these tracheids grow large and are loosely packed together. This is called early wood. As the year continues, those tracheids become smaller and more densely packed together. This is called late wood. Every ring is made up of both light-colored early wood and dark-colored late wood, and the ratio can vary from species to species and even tree to tree. Now, because late wood is denser than early wood, it absorbs less liquid. So when you apply a dye or a stain to pine, the early wood will suck it up while the late wood won't, and the result's an unpleasant, rustic kind of appearance that's commonly called grain reversal, because the once lighter early wood now becomes darker than the late wood. The solution is to try to get more of the color to sit on the surface instead of soaking unevenly into the wood. Pre-stain conditioners and sealers are designed to kind of fill in those spaces between all the tracheids so less of the color can penetrate. But they don't fully seal the wood, so results may vary. In commercial applications, pine is sometimes sealed and then a colored glaze is sprayed on the surface to produce an even color, much like a semi-transparent paint. But that can be difficult for a do-it-yourselfer. A simpler option is to use a colored wax instead of a stain. Since wood will absorb far less of the wax than it would a liquid stain, most of the color remains on the surface where it can be spread more evenly. We made a video about applying such a finish to pine a few years ago. I'll put a link to it in the description below this video. A final option is to just celebrate the wood for what it is. Pine gets a bad rep, but it shouldn't be that way. A lot of beautiful furniture has been made from pine. There is no shame in it. Just apply a clear finish or a lightly tinted wax and let it naturally age to a mellow color over time. For the last several years, I've been replacing my cheap drill and Forstner bits with quality bits from Fish Tools. They're a family-run company that still forges their bits the old-fashioned way. Try replacing your most used bits with Fish bits using the links in the notes below this video, and you'll see why I love them so much. Wait, don't go yet. If you're new here, please subscribe, and remember to ring the bell. I would really appreciate that. Give us a thumbs up, or better yet, leave us a comment. I always read them. And be sure to check out the latest issue of Stumpy Nubs Woodworking Journal. It's always packed with tips, tricks, and tutorials designed to make you a better woodworker.